So for me, I'm running for president because I've had over 3 years of experience in student government, so I've seen the struggle that students here at START encounter on a daily basis. So being president puts me under the responsibility to make sure that students don't encounter any more struggles. So from my past experience, I'd say that mostly in high school I've had most of my experience, so it's the most recent years. So sophomore year, I was parliamentarian of student government from K through 12. Junior year, I was vice president, and this year, senior year, I was president up until November, so for elections. Also, just like past or candidates to my right are saying that they've also been in NHS, so I've also been in NHS since sophomore year, junior year, and also senior year. So that really builds a foundation for myself to implement ideas and learning techniques for me to help students and ensure that they are the best versions of themselves. And also, as a student government, we've had plenty of leadership trainings. So we had leadership trainings at Wayne State University with the student government over there. And also we went to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and we met with Nadine Jawad, who was vice president of student government over at U of M. So we've had plenty of experience with actual student government schools and universities throughout the state of Michigan.
I'm running for president because I've had experience in student government ever since I was 6th grade. I was president of class in 6th, 7th, and 8th, and 9th. And last year was my first year here, and I've wanted to become to the student government to be a member. And this year, as my last year, I wanted to become president, and because it's my passion, and I want to help students get more involved. And if there's any trouble, they would ask my second goal is to have a tutoring club, or if a student is stuck, they would get help. In middle school, I was president of 6th and 7th grade, and throughout the years, I've been trained to know what to do. If anybody needs help, if somebody wants a difference in the class, they come to me and I make the change. If there's a field trip and if they want a new field trip, if there's trouble with math, they would come to me and I would be their voice. And if there's anything wrong, I would do my best to change it, because that's the only help they would get. My act would be raising 2,000 cans as throughout the month of November. My goal is to raise 2,000 cans for the less fortunate in STAR International Academy. Even if it's corn, canned beans, it's something that would give to a family that needs it. It's not between if you're winning the most cans in your school. It's just donating as much as you can from your heart to somebody that needs it. Because in life is hard. Life is hard. Nobody's successful in life. They take step by step. It's not easy. Somebody has it harder than you. If you're in a situation that is hard, somebody has it harder than you. And just by simply donating canned corn, you can probably even save a life.
My first act of becoming president is to reach out to other neighboring schools, such as in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. So I know, for example, Fortson High School as well as Dearborn Heights or Dearborn High, they do many organizations that reach out to the community in Dearborn and Dearborn Heights, and they have many activities that they do that also reach out to nonprofit organizations that neighbor Dearborn and Dearborn Heights. So seeking help and aid from them builds a foundation for us. So maybe we can work together with them and try to see if we can improve our school student government where it is right now. And also another thing that we've also become accustomed to here at STAR is that normally we see that student government works separate or besides NHS, for example, or for SOL committee. So we want to break that habit this year. We want to make sure and we want to ensure that student government, NHS, and for example, SOL committee all work hand in hand, and they ensure that every single student feels like an actual student who deserves attention. Because at the end of the day, that's going to be our top priority. It doesn't matter who wins at this race. You have a responsibility to fulfill every single person's need from K through 12, and making sure that you work with NHS, a board with student government, and SOL committee, and every single other organization that we have here at STAR is how we're going to make every single student feel happy. So making sure that every single student works together.
My number one goal, if I run for candidacy for presidency, is to raise 2,000 cans for the can drive. I want to know what Rabab your number one goal is.
So my number one goal for student government president is to make sure that every single student walks into the building with a sense of happiness. Because if you walk into school happy, you're automatically gonna spend the rest of your day with passion, compassion, and also confidence within yourself. So if you're confident within yourself, it's also gonna increase academic success. So
At the end of the day, if I win this election, I'm here for you. It's not about winning. It's not about anything. It's not about the race. It's if you need help or a voice and like you feel like you're left out or lost motivation or anything, I'm here. I'm running for this purpose because I believe that I can make a difference for this campaign, for this presidency.
my name is Rababka Hassan. I'm running for student government president, and I'm a senior. So my main goal is to work together with my cabinet in order to conquer adversity. We want to tell every single student on behalf of my cabinet and I that you should always challenge yourself. You should always be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So always step up to any challenge that you face on a daily basis, whether it's academic or personal or during school or any sort of activity. Make sure that you're challenging yourself enough to understand your strengths and also understand your weaknesses. Because once you understand your weaknesses, you're gonna make sure you're gonna mold them and they're gonna become your strengths as well. So from that point on, you're just gonna gain more strength. So make sure you conquer adversity every single day and become the best version of yourself. So my name is Rababka Hassan once again, and I'm running for student government president.